Now, 3 Valencia football fans were handed out a jail sentence. They will spend 8 months in prison and face a 2-year ban from football stadiums in Spain. This was for their hate crimes against star footballer Vinícius Jr. The announcement was made by a Spanish court in Valencia. It's a historic move, a first-ever conviction for racist insults in a football stadium in Spain. First in years and decades of racial abuses. So I asked, did justice get delivered quickly because it was involving someone of the stature of Vinícius? What if it was a rather nondescript footballer, as has happened in the past? Is justice in Spanish football only reserved to serve the elite?
Champions League winner, LaLiga champion, Ballon d'Or contender, Brazil's shining star and Real Madrid's pride. That sums up who Vinícius Jr is to the world of football. The star power associated with the Brazilian forward cannot be ignored. And while he's much loved by his own team and fans, rival club supporters, in Spain particularly, only have hatred for him. It seems harsh, but Vinícius only sees it that way. The footballer has been subjected to racist slurs for years now.
Eu tenho que me concentrar muito todos os dias. Eu só queria jogar futebol, só quero fazer de tudo pelo meu clube e pela minha família.
While many culprits remain unidentified, 3 Valencia fans were caught and charged. The culprits pleaded guilty to their charges and were given 8 months of prison sentence. They will also not be allowed to enter a football stadium in Spain for 2 years. After the decision was made, Vinícius took to Twitter to say this.
Many asked me to ignore it. Many others said that my fight was in vain and that I should just play football. But as I have always said, I'm not a victim of racism. I'm a tormentor of racists. This first criminal conviction in the history of Spain is not for me. It's for all black people. May other races be afraid, ashamed, and hide in the shadows. Otherwise, I'll be here to collect.
The move was historic as it was the first criminal conviction in the history of Spain's football. While one can celebrate thinking what a bold step towards correcting a wrongdoing that many have been subjected to for thousands of years, it also highlights the key issue here: why no such decisions were made in the past. Spain has a history of having the cruelest of football fans. On the one hand, they adore their star players like Lionel Messi, but can also be brutal towards the opposition. And in the quest of that passion, they end up crossing the line many times. Over the years, several footballers have faced what Vinícius has recently. Back in 2000, Malaga's Dario Silva faced racism from an Oviedo fan. But instead of taking action against the fan, Silva faced charges because of his physical assault. In 2004 as well, during a friendly between England and Spain, England's Andy Cole, Rio Ferdinand, Jermaine Defoe and Sean Wright-Phillips were subject to racist chants and Spanish fans making monkey noises. FIFA imposed a $112,000 fine on the Spanish Football Federation, but the fans were not charged. The list includes another elite player. In 2006, Samuel Eto'o was subjected to monkey chants in a match against Getafe. And while these were just restricted to the football field, one case still made it to the court. In 2020, Bilbao's Williams was subjected to xenophobic hate crime by Espanyol fans. The matter was taken to the Spanish court and a trial is underway. While the prosecutors are seeking 2 years in prison for the fan, no decision has been made yet, and it's already been 4 years. There is history here, and no proper judgment, barring now when it happens to be Vinícius. It took Vinícius less than a year to get his plea heard. Was the decision in Vinícius's case only made because he's one of the rising stars of football? Was it because of the growingly sensitive times that we live in? So you can't take any chance to be subjected to ridicule for lack of taking action. But even so, had this happened to another footballer, would the situation have been dealt with differently like it has in the past? Even Madrid's involvement in the matter made the process quicker. Had Vinicius not been a star, even Spain may have ignored the matter. They want the world to see that justice has been served. But is that really the entire picture? What about the several other players who suffered in the past? And while Eto'o and Ferdinand are still some big names, there are cases in Spanish Division 2 and lower levels of football that go unnoticed. True, Vinicius may be setting an example, but is Spanish football really waking up against racism only now? Or is it just another ploy to keep a star player happy? Because if Vinicius leaves, it would be a massive setback for not just Madrid, but all of Spanish football.
A first-of-a-kind sports show that's played on a different turf. A first-of-a-kind sports show that will always come up with a winner. Are you looking for perspectives that go beyond the scoreline? Hi, I'm Rupha Ramani, and catch a 360-degree view of the sporting world with me here on Firstpost in our special Firstpost.